Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Fulfillment Room, the podcast that gets you through it. Today's session is not only important to me, but it brings a very, very special guest. You know, there comes a time in life where we have to spread our wings and fly. It comes sooner for some and later for others, but regardless, it comes whether we are ready for it or not. What I've come to notice is that we never truly highlight the way we did it. We always just kind of tell everyone our challenges because that's what really a lot of people are interested in. You know, whether it inspires them or it's just really, really good tea. However, do we ever truly pay attention to the easy or even like the small negative things that are so easily solvable that it's just a yes or no answer? Most of the time we forget those really small details because we're too busy looking for the big evolution when the small things is what builds us up for those ultimate wins. Today's podcast is brought to you by Paloma Limas and Company. At Paloma Limas and Company, we believe dance is more than just movement. It's confidence, it's community. It's a space where every dancer can shine, from tiny dancers to pre-professional artists. PL&C is where passion grows. So don't wait. Enroll today and experience the magic for yourself. So this leads me to our very special guest. This young lady not only conquered her challenges, but she did so with sass and with so much confidence. She is currently a freshman at Odessa College and is getting ready to not only enter her second semester, but will be competing at the NDA College Nationals, aka the Dance Super Bowl, in the junior college division. Everyone, the valiant Daniela Padron. Yes. Hey, Danny.
Hi.
How are you today?
Doing great.
You're doing great. Oh my gosh, that makes me so excited. I'm like, I cannot tell you like how proud I am of all the things that you've done. But we're gonna get to all of those amazing things. Yes. So let's just go straight into it, shall we? Okay. So the first thing I want you to tell everybody, I know I already said it, but I want you to say it, is what college do you go to and what is it that you're majoring in?
Well, I go to Odessa College. It's my first year. I'm a freshman. And I'm majoring in child development because I realized that I really like to work with kids and possibly become like an elementary teacher or something.
Oh, I love that for you. I love that. Oh my gosh. Is there like a specific grade level that you're aiming for, or you're just like anything would
Mm,
work?
I think anything would work, if I'm being honest. Because I think dance helped a lot with kids. Well, actually, my parents always said, like, even when I was like younger, they're like, she's either going to be a kindergarten teacher or a nun,
Oh,
according to my dad.
I love that.
Because I don't know, I just so happen to be working really well with kids.
Oh, amazing.
So
Okay, so we know that, well, first of all, how did this journey begin for you?
it's kind of a funny story, actually. So I kid you not, it was New Year's Day, 2025, literally the first day. So my family and I were like, oh, let's go to the mall. Like, why not? I want to say it was in like Express or something. And, you know, Valley people, wall, the mall Wi Fi service is really bad.
Oh, yes.
So luckily, this notification came through right when it was sent. And I open my phone and it says there's a message from my now coach, Bel Gutierrez. And I was like, what is this? And then I open it and it said, like, hi, I'm Coach Bel Gutierrez. Like, I'm the dance director for the Odessa College Blues dance team. And she basically asked me if I was interested in dancing, like, after high school. And I was like, yes, I am. I was like, where is this leading to? And then she asked me what I wanted to major in. At the time, I said nursing because that was the original plan.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said that they offer that. And she said that she looked through my profile and she said she liked what she saw.
Mm-hmm.
And I was freaking out in the dressing room because I was like trying on clothes. I'm like, oh my God. And I was like, me? Like, she texted me.
Oh my gosh.
Because I think you already know this. I underestimate myself a lot. Like,
yes.
every time people are like, oh, like, you're so good, I'm like, really? Like, I don't know, I underestimate myself a lot. Like, I feel I'm not as good as, like, people say.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that, like, I got a text from a college dance coach, I was like, oh shoot, maybe I am pretty good.
Yes, yes, yes.
And then obviously I talked to my parents about it. I think about a month later, I didn't tell a lot of people. I only told that the college coach, my high school coach, my two best friends, Anna and Jocelyn, and another friend at the time. I told them because I was like, you know what, I trust them. They're not going to say much. And then eventually we saw the school, and then I had my signing. So that's how I ended up getting the scholarship.
I love that. I love that. Well, before we dive into a little bit more questions, I wanted to just kind of give like a little backstory about Miss Danny. Miss Danny came to me, I believe it was COVID.
2020.
For sure, 2020. I can't specifically say what grade level it was because at the time in COVID, my brain, I can't even tell you what grade level my daughter was in during COVID. Like that is how wrapped up my brain was at the time because it was stressful all around for everybody. However, it was so nice because it was a little bit before, I think was it before? No, it was the summer.
13.
I know I met her
Yeah.
in the summer first.
I think it was the summer going
It was
into
the summer.
8th grade.
Yes, and here's a funny story, is that she came for our acro camp. And she was like a rock star, doing so amazing. And then like almost like to the last day, she ends up hurting herself. She hurts her shoulder. Okay, now this was an ongoing issue for a minute. However,
Oopsies.
I loved Danny so much. She had such great energy, such great charisma, such great work ethic. And then she hurt herself, and I was like, oh my gosh, we lost her, you guys. Like, she's never gonna come back because she hurt herself. We scared her away. Like, that was it. And I didn't even know her backstory yet. I didn't know everything that was going on at the time. I didn't know where she was in her life. But I just knew that I wanted to keep her, and then she hurt herself, and I said, oh my gosh, Wilma, that's it. You're done. Like, you lost her. Well, lo and behold, COVID came around, and there's Danny. And I was like, oh my gosh, everything's going on. During this time, they were doing the whole show time, camps, and they were doing all of these camps.
Yep.
Virtually,
From home.
at home. It was a little crazy. So Miss Danny was doing my Zoom classes, doing Showtime's camp at home. And as our time with each other progressed, I then got to know Miss Danny personally. I love to get to know all my kids personally. I love to know their stories. I hope you didn't hear that car. We'll find out later. We'll see. I love to get to know my kids, but what I really got to know about Danny is even though on the inside she is freaking out, she can mentally be like tearing herself down into pieces. It's this type of teardown that's never actually a teardown. It's like a teardown where she's like pushing herself, but she can never really see her true potential, but she's always striving for her true potential, and she always exceeds it. That's something that I love about Danny, is that she always exceeds it. So I needed to put that out there because a lot of the things that we're gonna be talking about has to do with that. And if you really don't know, you're gonna be like, what's going on? So going into that, I wanted to ask you, studio dance versus drill team versus college dance.
Ooh. Okay.
Take us through that little journey and just kind of let us know how it goes.
Okay, so studio dance, that's obviously how I started. Studio dance, you learn like the basics. When you first start dancing, you learn the basics of dance, and then obviously as you get older, you're gonna start learning a lot more like tricks and technique, and honestly a lot of discipline too, because dance takes a lot of discipline. Like if you're, I don't know, like 16 and you're still acting like an 8-year-old, like that's not gonna fly.
Yes.
It's not gonna fly. So obviously as you get older, you're gonna learn to have that more discipline and be more mature. High school, I had fun. I didn't do it like my freshman year, but I did it from my sophomore year to my senior year. It was really fun. It's a lot more like performance based, especially in like the first semester because of all the football games and the pep rallies. So mostly you're just focusing on like the performances and all that. And there's field practice. That's a lot, especially early in the morning.
I've heard. Anna's told me.
And my brother would also run cross country. So every time like we're practicing on the field, he would be running and he'd be looking at us. He laughs at me sometimes. So I'm like, oh, great. Thanks. And then college dance, I would say it's like high school, like competing, like for drill team, times like 100, because you also have to doing like extra stuff, like put in the workouts.
Yes.
The practices are going to be a lot longer and a lot, what's the word, like not heavier, but they contain like a lot more.
Yes.
Because at least for me, like we would just run the dance like over and over and over and over, and we wouldn't, like we would clean, but we wouldn't like deep clean, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like college dance, they look at like those like
The tiniest
microscopic
microscopic details.
Like if one person like messes like a little detail up, it can like bump you from like first to like third or something.
Dang, yes, of
Like
course.
it's
Would
crazy.
you almost compare it to, I would say, studio comp? Now,
Yeah.
I would say, times have changed from when you competed with me to now. Now it's literally like we go through lyric by lyric, syllable by
Yeah.
syllable. And I know I did that with you guys a lot, but now it's like literally on like steroids. Like that's how
Yeah.
how far it's come, in a sense of how we've been making it work. But would you almost compare it to that?
I think so, because I feel like practicing now, like with college dance, and then reflecting back on my time whenever I would compete here, I feel like it is pretty much the same, because we did have like all the long rehearsals,
Yes.
and you would be nitty gritty about the details too.
The tiniest of things. How you get off the floor. How you roll on the floor.
What was it? It was like after trimming the little.
Oh, the hurdles.
The hurdles.
Oh, we're still at them.
Oh god.
They're not gone, but not from the same age, different age, a smaller age. Now we're going into the no hurdles. Oh my gosh, I don't even.
Oh,
I'm done with hurdles.
that was bad. Literally after we came back, she did a whole class just to not do hurdles.
Yes.
I forgot. I think it was jazz or something.
Yes, we even
was
did it in
like the
ballet
weekend
class.
after.
Like we literally did a bunch of glissades in class and like using your plie.
And if you hurdled, you were sent back. I think I was sent back maybe a couple times.
I think everyone was set back a couple of times.
I was probably sent back like 3 to 5 times from what I remember.
Yes. Oh, okay. So, with that said, with you telling me, how your experience has been, I want you to be very honest. Has being a dancer for Odessa exceeded your expectations, or has it been, I wouldn't say a letdown, because I don't want to make this negative, but has it been a different kind of interpretation of what you expected it to be?
Honestly, I feel like it has exceeded my expectations, especially like the environment whenever we're trying to like push each other to keep going, especially when we're running the dances and you can tell we're all tired.
Yes.
But we all try to be like, let's go, like, come on, like, we're almost done. Like, throughout the dances, like, it'd be like one person or like a couple of other people. I mean, even though like I'm a freshman, I catch myself like, let's go, because especially last year's major, that's something I would try to do. Like, you're almost done, like, keep going, because whenever I watch and I can tell that they're tired, I'm like, there's just a couple seconds left.
Yes,
like, you
yes,
got
yes.
it, please.
Wow. No, I totally get that, and I love that. That's something I would say here at the studio that we're really trying to implement more with the dancers, is that be there for each other, push each other, make sure that this is still going. Yes, it is. Okay, sorry. It's just trying to keep the positive energy alive, even though it's actually really hard to do that, especially at such, like, I would say you would understand that being a student, where it's almost disrespectful to do, I wouldn't say hoot and holler, but essentially have that type of team spirit in rehearsal, because there is so much discipline in a studio environment, because it's almost like a library, but like you can make noise.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm trying to say? So let's just kind of go through this. So would you say it was easier saying goodbye, or independently settling into your new lifestyle?
I will say saying goodbye was not easy. Like, the day before I left, I was in shambles. And then, because I would be like, oh, it's in August, I still got some time. And then August came, and there was still like a couple weeks. I was like, and it started to finally hit me. I'm like, oh, crap. Like, I'm actually moving in 8
Yes.
hours away. But when I got there, I think it was kind of like easier to independently do my own stuff, because you kind of have a routine, so it's kind of just like, okay, same thing over and over and over. Like, I would have class like every other day. Some of my classes would be online, so sometimes I have to wake up really early, sometimes I can sleep in, because we have practice like in the afternoon, like from 12:30 to 3. So I'd be like, oh, if I don't have class, I can sleep in a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I go to practice, and then sometimes I'll either like take a nap or like do my homework. Guys, if you don't know something about me, I really like to sleep.
Yes, she does. I do know this.
She's been a witness. I sleep in Nutcracker rehearsals.
Oh, yes.
That was bad. Okay, anyways. So, and then sometimes me and my roommates would be like, are y'all hungry? So sometimes we go to the caf or we go like drive around and find something to eat. But yeah, it's kind of just like I think I've settled like trying to get like my own routines like independently. So I think that's been easier than saying like goodbye. And,
Oh, I love that.
And that makes sense.
That means, you guys, that the people in her life mean the world and the moon to her.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so walking into your freshman year in college, what was your biggest challenge?
I think the worry of me fitting in was my biggest challenge because it's a whole new team. It's a whole new city. Like, it's 8 hours away from my hometown. And I didn't really know that many people, with the exception of, well, two of my teammates, Dulce and Brenlin, because back in March, my dad and I had gone to tour the school, and Coach had two girls there with her, and that's who I met before, like, actually meeting the entire team. So I kind of knew them already. There actually is, like, 4 other people from the Valley, and I did get closer to them before we actually started.
Yes.
Like, going up there, because, we have to stick together. And as, like, the semesters progressed, I have made, like, new friendships and within the team, especially my friend Tiana. Shout out Tiana. She's from El Paso.
Oh, I love that.
And her and I, she's honestly, like, one of the closest people I've been with, like, during this first semester. And, of course, my roommates as well. Like, they're really great, and I like them all. I love them all, actually.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Okay, so let's go back in time. Shall we? We're going to go back in time. And we're going to talk about your PL&C days. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. We're going to kind of tie it in. So what did PL&C teach you that you still do to this day and that you incorporate into your training in Odessa?
Definitely the discipline part of it. Like, I know not to, like, keep yapping it up whenever, like, coach is talking. Like, always listen. And then always just stay attentive to, and don't look like you're tired. Because I had that problem sophomore year, I want to say. But, and of course, like, to always, like, put in your best, no matter, like, if it's practice or performance. Like, you have to give your 110%, like, all the time. Like, I think being here, I learned you have to give it your all here in practice, so that way you know, like, how you're going to do it when you're actually on stage.
Yes.
That's one of the biggest things I learned from being here, because when I was younger, I'd just be like, like, whatever. I was 11, 12, like, I'm like, you don't really think about that stuff. But since I was becoming a teenager, and obviously I became, well, now I'm an adult, now I know, like, okay, now I know why they say, like practice how you're going to perform. So that's one thing I really took away from being here, and I use that up in Odessa to this day.
I love that. I love that. Oh, that makes me so proud. Okay, so how did PL&C guide you to being major, and what tools did you make like your own? Like, how did you take certain, aspects that you visually saw here, you heard, or you learned that you used being a major, in high school? Of course, you have to make them your own. And how did those tools make your nowadays life easier?
I will say, of course, the dancing, because I did see a vast improvement, like, in my dancing from when I first started to, I want to say, whenever I made first lieutenant, like the sophomore going into my junior year, I saw, like, a big improvement. I'm like, oh, dang, like, I've gotten a lot better, because I could tell, like, in my jumps, my turns, sometimes in my tricks. Because, I wouldn't flip a lot. So for sure, I did see, like, vast improvement in my dancing, and I could do, like, a lot more of my routines. With being a leader, I think that one time, like, you had me help with, like, the baby, not the baby ballet, but, like, the level 1 ballet around my freshman year. I feel like that also helped.
Yes.
And whenever you had me like teach for like the junior boot camp,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of got a little glimpse of, okay, like even though they're younger than like high school kids, I feel like that also got me the experience
Mm-hmm.
to like actually teach and not be so nervous. Because by the
Yes.
time like I was trying out for the first time for officer, I wasn't super scared with teaching.
Yes.
And then, plus by the time I was trying out for major,
Easy piece of cake.
I was like, I got this. But I will say that definitely helped me with major, like teaching wise. And then actually like projecting like energy. I know when I have fun. I know when to be serious. And I feel like I got that from you a little bit.
Thanks.
Because sometimes like you joke around with us and we're like, ah, la, la, la. But then, you know, when it's serious, it's serious.
Oh yes, always.
And
always.
I think they saw that a lot during competition season. Oh, that was so bad.
I've heard.
My apologies to anyone who was on the team that year and you saw all my crash outs in practice. I apologize. But yeah, that's one thing a couple things I took away from that, especially the dancing, the teaching, the experience I got here, and then like the energy, like how to, you know,
Hold yourself
be silly
together
and then,
everything.
you know, be serious. That's something I took away from here. But what was the second half of the question?
Oh no, how does that help you now? You know, I know we kind of brushed on it, and I would hate for it to sound like a record, but it's just kind of like, you know, give us like an example of how those traits have come with you now, being, you know, a college student. You know, even not even just dance, just in your academics too. Like, how does that help you thrive in your new environment?
Well, also like being a major and then taking like harder classes, because I was like a little bit more ahead, especially with math. So I was taking like harder classes when I was younger. So I think I knew how to like balance school and dance. Like, yes, dance is important. You know, we have to train and do all this stuff, but academics comes first.
Yes.
Like, that's what my family
Listen,
says.
kids.
That's what my coach says. She literally tells us, if like you fail, you are not dancing. So you have to make sure like your grades are up, you're passing. So I feel like that definitely taught me how to like balance my academics and my dance, so that way they're both like
Even.
and it's
that.
not like one prioritized more than the other, because yes, if you prioritize school like a lot more than dance, you're falling behind in dance. But if it's vice versa, you're gonna fall behind in academics, and that's not a good thing.
Yes.
So you have to make sure it's like
Evenly balanced. Okay. Well, to kind of wrap up this, going back in time, let's see. Who inspired you the most?
Ooh. Hold on. There's plenty of people. I will say one of the people that did inspire me, like to improve when I got here, was I think Litza, because we were around like the same age, and she also was like one of my first friends when I came to the studio, and like to see her, like I think we were both like 13, 14 at the time, so to see like what she could do at that age, I was like, dang, like I want to like get there, because obviously I wasn't the most flexible person and I didn't have like all these things that she could do, and I'm like oh crap, I got a lot of catching up to do. And I think it hit me when you put me in dive in the water.
Yes, that was
Because
interesting.
I learned that dance in like less than a month before competition.
Yes.
So I think that really hit me, like, dang, like I need to step it up like a little bit more. Because at first it was just going to be like, oh, my solos, and that was it. But then I had started learning the routines, and then you put me in, I was like, oh crap, this is real. You know, like I can't just be like, oh, just my solos. And even though like I kind of cringe a little bit looking back on old dances.
I think we all do.
Yeah.
Even me, I look at the choreo and I'm like, who let me put that choreo series in? Like, who was like, yes, Paloma, that's great.
But I will say, like, that year, because that was my first year with you, like my 8th grade year, looking back, like, from the first time I performed Dangerous to the last time I did, I will say there was like, that's not the same Danny. Like, I feel like I, I got a little bit more flexible, and at that time, like, I was losing like my passion in dance.
Yes.
So I think watching it from like November of 2020 when I competed 24/7 like virtually
Oh my gosh,
to
yes.
competing in Dallas like for nationals, I saw like a vast improvement. It's honestly in my performance, because I could tell like, okay, like it's coming back.
Yeah,
Like
it
the
was.
spark's coming back.
Danny was here, and she
And-
let us know. I love that.
And God bless that there was like over 60 some entries because they did like a top 15, and okay, I was doing pretty good. Like I think I was like one of the only people that got 2 judges awards.
Yes.
I was
yes.
like, oh dang. Like,
Hey,
I did that.
yes, she
And then
did.
I did make the top 15, and I was really surprised because all season like I didn't place at any competition. So I was like dang, actually like I got like it paid off. And then the next year when I did circus and Bound to You, I started placing like boom, boom, boom. And obviously I didn't win, but that's not like, I'm not the kind of person that's like, oh, like
Yes.
I'm gonna go win. Like I'm not like that at all. Like I'm grateful for whatever I get, whether it's like 10th or like 3rd, 2nd, like whatever. But I noticed like I started placing like more. I was like, dang, like
I did that, man.
like I'm actually like improving, and I could feel like my spark coming back. And especially when I started like dancing like with the Sapphires, because everyone was like, oh my god, Danny. I feel like that also like helped a lot more, because now more people were able to like
Yes.
see me, like you can actually see me dance. Like it's not just through like my Instagram or
Yes.
whatever.
It was more accessible.
Yeah. And even though like I started out like in the back, I mean, as one normally would start as their first year, I feel like people were able to like know my name and know my dancing, and I think dance helped a lot, like me like socially, because I actually started dancing when I was 8, so I kind of had like that late start.
Yeah.
And I was a very shy kid, so it helped me branch out to make like more friends. Because if I had to like look back at my 8-year-old self, I'm like, look at how many friends you have. She'd look at me and be like, what? Like, yeah, friends. Like,
Aw.
like, yeah, girl, I do.
I love that. Okay, so since we can really hear like there's so much drive in you, where do you feel that stems from your determination or your passion?
I think my passion, because sometimes the determination doesn't really like kick in as much as my passion, because I know I love to dance, like that's a no-brainer, but the determination sometimes it's like on and off, because like some days I just want to like just lay down and rest, and then some days I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna do this. So I wouldn't say it's the determination, because like I said, it's really like a switch. It's mostly because of my passion, I would say, because
I love that.
I know that I love to dance. It's just, do I feel like actually getting up and
Very
doing
nice.
it?
Very good point. It's actually a really good point. It's so hard nowadays, for I think a lot of us just to kind of get up and do things. And a lot of us are like, you need to have so much determination, you need to want it, you need to want it. It's like, but that's the thing, is that you have to like want it. You have to want to be able to get up. You have to want to be able to go and push for that. You have to want to be able to strive for something and know that even though you get up, that doesn't mean you're going to like be successful. Like you have to know that there's so many challenges that you're going to be walking into. And if you're just have determination and there's no, I would say, heartbeat to it, that's what kind of ruins the experience, in my opinion. I can easily be like, oh my gosh, I want this. And we go and I go, but then it turns into like, I have to do this. Then it turns into like, I need to do this type of deal. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to go into our rapid fire segment. So you have to answer these fast. Yes? Now, being that Danny is so amazing, I know that she's going to nail these to the wall. Okay? Like she's going to do amazing at this. So, rapid fire questions, you guys. So here it goes. Danny, ready? Question number 1. Favorite style of dance? Go.
Hip hop.
Okay. College tech session or a college conditioning session?
Tech.
Okay. Home cooked meals or takeout?
Home cook.
Okay. Home cooked meals or campus food?
Home cooks.
Okay. Hardest challenge you faced moving away?
Saying goodbye to like my friends.
Okay. Now, in one word, what would be the biggest advice you'd give middle school Danny?
One word.
In one word.
She need a lot of advice at that point.
Mm-hmm.
One word's hard.
Clock's ticking, Danny. Clock's ticking.
Persevere.
Oof. We love that. Oh my gosh, so amazing. What brings you back to PL&C?
What brought me back? I mean, this is where I felt like I really grew as a dancer. Like I said, I saw vast improvement from when I first started, especially to now, and it's able to bring me so much opportunities throughout the years. So I feel like coming back, like, it's just a reminder of like where I started, you know.
I love that.
I know I didn't start like originally, but like in my heart, it's like this is where I saw like the growth in myself.
Oh, Danny, stop it. Okay. Okay, so what is it like to come back to the studio and take class with the girls?
I mean, I'm gonna use Baby as an example. Like I remember her when she was like a little 6-year-old, and she was just like
With her big head.
jumping up on me and clinging to my leg. And it's like now I see her and she's what, 11?
She's 11.
Like she's grown up, and I'm like, oh my god, like now they're actually like taking the same classes
Pathway.
like I am. I'm like, and they're not like little baby level ones anymore. And obviously knowing how long like I've seen them like dance, it's honestly amazing to me to see that like wow, they're actually like catching up to me. And I'm 19 and they're like 10, 11 doing the same or even more as me. I'm like, dang. I'm like, okay.
We're building an army, people. We're building an army. I'm telling you.
I'm like, what did I miss?
Okay, so now that you kind of seen it, and I feel like you saw it sooner because I would say competitively, your journey almost ended a little sooner than most people have ended their journey. Or I would even say now it's almost kind of the same, but we'll kind of get into that later. Would you say coming in now, being a college student, you know, and coming in to just take class, to just kind of come back, I would say come back home, you know, get your like arms up, do the legs things, the turns, the flips, the jumps. Would you say the perspective's different now than it was when, like, I would say before you graduated?
Oh, yeah. Because before I graduated, I knew, like, I needed to take classes because I needed to keep up with my technique because, like, I'm competing, doing solos, and I want to make sure, like, everything's, like, up to par and I'm not all rusty. Now, since I've graduated, I feel like coming here, especially coming back home from Odessa, like, I feel like coming here, it's like, oh, like, like it's more for fun, and I don't have to, like, worry about, like, competing, like, right this instant.
It's more of like a,
and it's like a little, like, mind refresher.
Yes, there we go.
Like it's home, and, you know, you don't have to worry about, like, the competing, because don't y'all compete in, like, pretty soon,
we compete in a couple weeks in Houston, guys.
Yeah.
And I am going absolutely crazy because Paloma, being the crazy person she is, has a mini stance with 6-year-olds that she's barely going to start tomorrow. And we're competing it in less than 3 weeks.
Ooh.
So this is going to be fun.
So I feel like definitely, like, it's a lot more, like, okay, like, it's a little mind refresher. Like, I'm doing this, like, for fun, you know, compared to, like, before I graduated, like, in high school and in 8th grade, where I was, like, okay, I'm training because I need like to compete. I need to keep up with my
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
I love that. Okay. And would you say, I've always heard this. My dad always told me this growing up. He says that when you leave home and you come back, it's like you're not home. It's like you're living in somebody else's house. So you're always asking for things. So I don't know if you ever find yourself asking your mom, like, "Hey, mom, can I get this or can I get that?" And they're like, "Danny, why are you asking? Just it's in the fridge." Like kind of little things like that because you've been away from home for so long. So going back home. I don't know if you've been through that. I slightly did for a minute, and then I was like, I'm home. I'm already where I'm supposed to be, right? Did you find that feeling when you came back to the studio? Like, did you feel like home away from home, or was it just like the way it was?
I mean, I think it kind of peeped in whenever I would ask, like, oh, can I go somewhere with so and so? And my mom's like, yeah, okay, have fun. Like, she wants me out of the house because I just be laying in bed doing nothing. And then my friends would be like, hey, like, do you want to do something? And I was like, yeah. But I'm like, wait, I should probably ask my mom. Like, okay, granted, like, whatever, I'm 19, but, like, that's still my mom. Like, I need to keep her in the loop.
Mm-hmm.
So I always ask her, I'm like, hey, can I go out? She's like, yeah, go for it. Like, just let me know. Like,
Just like, don't stay here, just leave. I haven't had you in the house. I don't know what this is like anymore.
Yeah. But I'm a little carless. So they would have to come pick me up. She'd have to go drop me off.
You guys, I'm not even kidding. Okay, this happened right before she left. Not even before you left.
Before I graduated.
Before she graduated.
Kicker.
Not only that, it was before a private. Like, it was like a whole private session was going on. And she's like, well, I'm not going to make it tomorrow because of this. And she sends me a picture of the car. And I'm like, girl, I don't care if you're not coming tomorrow. Are you okay? Like, it wasn't even like, oh, Plum, I'm so sorry. No, girl, are you fine? Like, are you good?
Guys, if I had left the house sooner, I probably would have gotten into that car crash. Or either that, or if I didn't take that right turn. And I remember it was the week of my prom.
Yes.
So I had a little, like, wait, it's this foot.
Yes.
My right foot. I had a little, like, ankle brace on it. And then, I want to say about 2 weeks later, I had kicker. And it was at the convention center. So we're dancing on concrete.
Yes.
And I was very scared because we're also in boots. Luckily, I didn't feel anything. But sometimes whenever I would, like sit, I would feel it in my foot.
Yes.
I'm like, why?
And if I am not mistaken, you were still coming because you were going to be doing recital. So she needed to keep her solo.
I think recital was before.
Was it before? I think that's it. Was around the time. It was something was going on. Like I said, my brain's not wired incorrectly. When it comes to timelines, I'm just like nutcracker, comp. Whatever's in the middle, I don't know what's going on. I don't. It's
like. But yeah, I do remember recital was before that. I was fine. Like by then. I just remember it was like a couple weeks before graduation.
Yes.
And it was actually 2 days after our like Sapphire banquet. And I was like, dang, I have no car. So I kid you not.
And she's been carless since.
Yes. I've been carless since May 2025.
Hopefully that'll change.
Hopefully.
We're hoping. See. Sending you all my good vibes on that. Yes. Okay, well, time is flying. Okay, so before we have to say our goodbyes, I have to ask you one last question. Okay, we are in the fulfillment room. And I would like to say that training and experiences in life, they kind of go hand in hand with each other. You know, the way we live our life is how we train. And how we train is how we kind of, most of the time, we start deciding on how we want to live our life. And you've, in my opinion, you have lived an amazing kind of journey through it all. You know, coming into, the studio, being in the position that you were in, and then going into high school and not only having the pressures of, friends, but also having the pressures of family, kind of going into the directions that you needed to go to then stand up and prove that dance can give you a future. That for me, I'll never forget sitting down at your signing and just, in the most positive way, just being like, she did that, you guys, because, I remember your privates, you'd come in, I could see your stress, you were so stressed, you would cry, all of this, so much growth, personal growth that you've been through, and sitting there at your signing and seeing, you not only sign into your education, and dance gave you that education, but proving that dance isn't just a side hobby, that if you really commit to it and you don't, stop, that it can lead to that, especially if you stay, open-minded and optimistic. So would you say that all of those kind of experiences and all of that training leading you into your freshman year was fulfilling?
I think so, because if I didn't come here, if I didn't, do drill team, if I didn't try to put myself out there with dancing as a whole, I would have not been here. And at that point in time, like, I was very lost in what I was like gonna do. Like, I didn't know if I wanted to stay. I didn't know if I wanted to go away. I did have like another plan like in mind until I did get the offer, and of course I was like, I'm taking it. Like,
Yeah.
duh. And I mean, I want to say I made school history because I think I was the first
No,
dancer that
she
signed.
did. She didn't
on
just
a
make school
scholarship.
history, you guys. She made history for herself. And I think that's what's so
I want to
important.
say I was the first one that signed like on a scholarship. Like, I was the first dancer to ever do it.
I love that.
And my high school coach, Mr. Torres, he told our team, it's like even though like if you don't want to like dance in college, like, she's proof that like it's possible.
Yes.
Because like, yes, there's been other girls, but like, I was on a scholarship, so it's like if she can do it, y'all can. And I feel like that had inspired like quite a few people, because sometimes like I would get texts and be like, Danny, like, how does this look? Like, is there anything like advice you could tell me? And of course, like, I would answer back and I say like to fix like something, or I give them like the advice that they need. So I'm like, I feel like I really did something last year. So I was like,
That's going to make a
dang.
ripple effect.
And then because of that, I actually did get a job offer at Showtime, like
Yes.
a month before camp, I want to say, because it was actually the day of my car crash that I found out.
Lovely.
'Cause I was
See?
laying in my bed.
Great things can happen after bad situations. You just have to keep an open mind about it.
Exactly. Because I was laying in my bed and my coach had called me, and he was like, hey, Miss Beverly Skipper reached out to me and asked if you wanted to work Showtime. Do you want to or not? So, like, let me know. I was like, when is it? And he told me the dates. I was like, count me in, I'll do it.
I love that. I love that
So-
for you.
That was really fun.
And are you still on staff with Showtime currently? I know it's a little hard right now because like of
Yeah.
everything. But would it be like more summer work?
Probably, because
Probably.
I don't know if I can come down here for like one of the competitions or go anywhere like in Texas. So that we'll figure out. But
that.
I do want to say
That's for
it's
the
more
next
of a-
podcast.
It's more of a summer thing, because I did work the Valley Line camp,
Yes.
and I was working with the middle schoolers. They're so funny. I love them.
You were one once too.
And funny story, one day they were like, Miss Danny? I'm like, yes? They're like, we found your TikTok and your Instagram. I'm like,
Oh my
I'm like,
gosh.
oh.
That
I
to
was like,
me
you know
is the
what?
funniest
And I
thing.
was like, you know what? I was like, just follow me. I'll follow all y'all back.
Yes.
And I did. So if you're one of those middle schoolers that saw me working at camp and you followed me, shout out to y'all, because y'all are really funny. I like y'all.
I love that. Aww. I love that. Okay, well, Danny, thank you so much for taking the time to come and talk to us. You guys, she's literally leaving on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was like a fill-in kind of moment. So thank you so much.
Of course.
And I also wanted to say, and I know I said in the beginning, but I kind of want to just, refresh on it, that I am so extremely proud of you. Seeing you come from when you started, and I can I can remember, not even vaguely, like I can remember like HD 4K clearly, like the turns and the feet and the shoulders and the neck. Oh my gosh, the neck was, I was like, dance like your best self with
But
your
with that,
with
like,
your shoulders down. Okay.
yeah,
She's like, okay, that was like the talk before when we go on stage. Danny, dance your best self. Just put your shoulders down. She's like, okay, we got it.
did
You know,
did
and I
it
can
help?
remember that, you know, so clearly to this moment, and just knowing that you've been through so much and knowing that you've overcame so much and seeing that you were able to prove something so simple but so meaningful at the same time, because it may be a simple thing like, oh yeah, well, I got a scholarship for dance, but like, no, the truth is it's like, you guys, she got a scholarship with dance. Like, that's amazing. It's honestly one of those like 1 in a million opportunities, because dance isn't always like, you know, even in high school it's like not always like the big thing.
Yeah.
But when it's given an opportunity to be so, or to do so, like, I'm so happy it was you. I really am. It just makes me so, I'm so proud of you. And if you guys want to be cheering Miss Danny on, she'll be taking the stage in Daytona, Florida. Is that correct?
Daytona Beach, yes.
Yes. Okay. So you can, so now we can't watch this for free, sadly, but to me, Danny's worth it. But not only that, you can subscribe on Varsity TV. This is not an ad, okay? I have to pay for my own subscription. So you can watch Odessa, and you can watch so many other incredible colleges. Are you going to literally go watch Ohio if you can?
Maybe I'll watch them through my TV in the next couple of weeks. But
Yes, because I know like you're not together. That's,
Yeah.
I know you, because you're
they're
going
UDA.
for,
We're
you're
NCA.
yes, yes, yes. Okay, so
That is like April 2026.
yes,
So, in about
and they're
3
not
months.
they're not like together, right? They're not cohesive with each other. Like, are they in the same? They're in two different
Oh, yeah.
weeks or two events,
Yeah,
correct?
that's 2 different events.
But still, I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, she's going to be super famous.
It's a dance Super Bowl.
Yeah, so they are going to be competing for, of course, the big national title that she can get. This is, I would say, a more of a rigorous competition, because it's not just one and done. Like, we usually do one and done, but this is like a
yeah.
3 or done. You try to make it 3 ways.
Because I want to say there's prelims. Sometimes there's a semis, and there's a finals, and then just last year they added like a grand nationals division where basically everyone who got first, no matter if you're in like junior college, Division 3, D1A, all your dances compete against each other.
Oh, I love that.
And then they
kind of go through there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's it today, roomies. So I want all of you to remember to keep your eyes open, keep your head held up high, and to always show up for yourself, because great things happen when you show up for yourself. And I can't wait to have you guys back in the fulfillment room.